gentle listeners, you are watching the Ladies Bridgerton Talk of the Ton. We are your effervescent hosts.
Your neighborhood-friendly Kiwi touch from Middle Earth, New Zealand.
And Patty, Regency romance enthusiast, currently writing her high vibe and loved era. Now, Tangent Squad, today on the Tube of You, we have Aynsley Broom, who graciously joined our podcast, and we decided we were going to play Bridgerton MASH only because we are all nerdy for a lot of fandoms. We have expanded it to Fandom MASH. So,
well, that makes it messy. Are we all going to do it, or are we all going to?
We're all going to do it.
Okay.
Do I need a pen and paper?
I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
you gotta make your own grid. We'll talk it through who it is. We'll explain our potential lives.
Oh no, I have too many book boyfriends. That's not fair. So what are we going to do this time, Patty? We're going to go boyfriend or husband. I'm not being anyone's mistress, okay? Husband.
For the mansion, you put a mansion name in all of your fandoms.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So like for example, I have Downton Abbey. Downton is my mansion. Ooh, but no. We're doing all fandoms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dang it. Coming up with only 4 potential husbands is the hard part. How do I narrow that down? And the kids. I'm keeping that number low. Since we're doing fandom boyfriends, I don't have to do Regency era
children. 20 kids. I'm not pushing out 20, I tell you that much.
So, book husband. I'm just going to put current because I don't really.
Oh, yeah. That's the beauty of MASH. It can change with every game. That's why I think we can do it a bazillion times.
My brain's too mushy. You opened the world up too far, Patty.
I do not want. That's the thing. I don't want to think up ball themes.
We don't have to do ball themes this time.
Mine are all historical people. I didn't really go too far when it comes to husbands.
Mine are too.
Husband. What's the next one?
Okay, so the houses, the husbands, 4 numbers for number of kids, and then if we don't do ball themes, we could just do like where we would live, country, something like that.
What verse we would live in?
Oh yeah, pick 4 fandom universes. I love it.
My house. Oh, I got my houses figured out.
Yeah.
That was not a problem.
And those are kind of the same, but whatevs.
And the houses, from my understanding, are representative of different homes.
Yes. So like for mansion, you pick a house in any of your fandoms that can be considered a mansion. For apartment, you pick anything that could be an apartment or a smaller home because, with all the fandoms.
Listen, my shack is a hobbit hole. So.
Oh, that would have been a good shack. I picked the dugout house from on the banks of Plum Creek from Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where he first digs out the hole in the side of the hill until he can build their house. Like, that's my shack.
Yeah. No, my shack is a hobbit hole, which is not really a shack, but I could have done the Shrieking Shack from Harry Potter, but I'm not doing it.
A hobbit hole is,
I chose under the stairs.
That's a small apartment. That's definitely could be shacky. Oh yeah. The closet under the stairs, that's shacky. Yeah. That fits into shack so much.
So that was my option.
Like Game of Thrones, The Gilded Age, Anne of Green Gables, Lord of the Rings, Narnia, Outlander, the Bridgerverse, obviously.
And this is Fandom MASH. So this is a no holds barred, everyone for themselves. Your mansion can be from any universe you want it to be. Your future spouses can be from any universe you want them to be. And so, Tosh, take it away. What does your mash board look like?
Okay, so for husbands, I have gone. I'm going to go a little bit Bridgerton, a little bit elsewhere. I've gone more book boyfriend, even though Finchy isn't a book boyfriend, but that's okay.
All of mine are book boyfriends, all of them.
We stand him enough that we'll keep him. So Albion Finch, Rhysand from, I was going to say Game of Thrones, but now my brain's
Akatar.
Akatar, thank you. Rhysand, Andrew Rokesby from the Rokesby series, and Xaden Ryson.
Okay, you're gonna do your whole board.
Gotta have a little bit of Zaddy in there. We like a morally grey character.
Are you gonna do your whole board, or are we all gonna do our spouses now?
We'll go through individual.
Okay. So, Aynsley, how about your spouses?
So I have Colin Bridgerton, Reese Larson from the Twisted Love series, Santiago Torres from the Ladies Companion, which is recently came out on Netflix, and then Larry Russell, who is from the Gilded Age.
Oh, Larry.
I love Larry so much. And Harry Richardson, y'all, if you're not following him, you need to follow him. He's been posting some like semi-spicy stuff. Not like spicy, but like he's very sexy lately. Like he's always been sexy, but this is like up the ante.
Have they announced when season 3 is coming out?
No, but they've announced season 2.
They're filming it though, aren't they?
No, they've wrapped.
I kind of love when men are coming into their daddy era, and I'm like, there's one TikToker, I don't know her name, but it's basically like the two versions of her, the younger and the older, and it's like, say, Ian Somerhalder, when he's young and she faints, and then it's like him now and she faints.
Yes.
I love that, and I'm like, watching things now as an adult that I loved watching as a kid, and like as a kid you crashed on like the teenager, and now you watch it as an adult and you're like, oh, daddy.
Yeah. So like Harry Richardson, he was in Poldark, as some will know, and I loved him because he's just like a cutie boy, like just a cute crush to have. Like I mean, I think Poldark came out when I was like in college / as in my 20s.
Was he Keeley in The Hobbit?
What was no, that's Aidan Turner.
Poldark. Yeah, I should have put him on there.
I love Aidan Turner as Poldark, but Drake, who Harry Richardson plays, he's so cute. And then now he's Larry. Now he's Larry Russell, and he's been like posting stuff where I'm just like you were cute and handsome, but now you're like hot.
See, and I didn't even put those two together, and that's funny. But I just found out today, like I watch The Rookie, and the one detective, I'm like, I know her from somewhere. And then I saw Once Upon a Time thing today, and she was freaking Tiana from Once Upon a. I'm like, I knew you from somewhere.
Yeah. Who are yours, Patty?
Tiana is the
of course
superior
have the
princess,
king
by
of
the
men,
way.
Jamie Fraser. And I also have Colin Bridgerton, so we'll probably have to duel if we both get him.
That's all right.
I have my ultimate. The next two are my two ultimate book boyfriends: Gilbert Blythe, of course,
yes,
and then Alexander Mackenzie Campbell, which I love. Louise May Alcott. I love Little Women, but this is not a Little Women character. This is Eight Cousins / Rose and Bloom, where Rose Campbell, her parents pass away, and she has to come. She finds out that her uncle, who is like a Colin Bridgerton, he's in the Navy, so he's like, they're merchants, ship merchants, but he chose to go in the Navy and not necessarily go into the family business. He has to come home and be her guardian, and she's living with these two elder aunts, and then he comes home. But there are several married. It's kind of like the American version of Bridgerton, because there's like 5 or 6 siblings that all got married. So there's tons of aunts and uncles, and there's 8 total cousins.
Wow.
And there's one that's a cousin that passed away that she never met. And that aunt is it has a lot of anxiety, and she's always like the doomsdayer aunt. But back then you married within the family to keep the wealth in the family. So she ends up like, she doesn't, her uncle left it up to her, but Alexander Mackenzie Campbell is one of her cousins. He was the bookworm. His nickname was Worm. She took care of him. He read outside with the sunlight on the book and actually had an eye disease for like a whole summer and couldn't read and was very grumpy about it. And she came and read to him every day, and it made him fall in love with her. But they were kids then, they were young. So it wasn't until she had, you know, aged up in Rose and Bloom, is where he revealed that he loved her, but she's like, I'm not ready. As you know, like Anne, all of them, like, I'm not ready for you yet. So, and he went out and he became a writer. He was a poet. And he, like, so
It's so sweet.
It makes me, as I'm saying it now, it's like, no wonder I like Colin so much. Because obviously he was written a long time ago. But yeah, so Alexander, and funny enough, Jamie Fraser, his middle names are
Alexander.
Alexander Mackenzie, Malcolm Fraser. So it all fits in. And see, but those are my spouses.
Is as you said, Aynsley, before you said these are my current, and that's the thing, is these are just the ones that I'm currently reading or watching or whatever, and it will change in a week's time when I read the next book, and I'm like, that's it. That's
I mean, like book wise, like Larry, I love him, but also like IRL, I love Harry, who plays Larry.
And I don't even have Mr. or Mark Darcy on my list, and I love the both of them. So it's just, when you can only pick 4, this is why MASH is so awesome, because you can then turn around and just make new characters and go again.
1000%. So who's
total pretend?
What? How many?
Let's do our dwellings.
Our dwellings.
Okay, Aynsley, take it away.
So MASH Biv is what I have. So mansion is Downton Abbey. Apartment is Colin's apartment. Shack is a hobbit hole. My house is Green Gables. Boathouse is also Colin's boat. So I have multiple Collins things. Igloo is like the north from Game of Thrones, like the
yeah.
And then my Victorian home is like the Gilded Age Russell home.
I'm way more basic. I just stuck with
You have 3
MASH.
homes. I gotta add.
Igloo.
Igloo. That's. I'm gonna do Superman's ice palace.
Oh,
you know what? I can go cheeky there.
What is B?
Boat.
Boat.
I could live on a boat.
That's not like the Pirates of the Caribbean boat as well.
Ooh.
I'm putting, and only our podcast listeners will know this, I'm putting the Celebrity Constellation. That is my own universe. I would live on that week of that cruise for the rest of my life. Just saying.
Okay, so I've got I, B, and there was one other. Was it
the Victoria home?
Victoria home.
Okay, are you going next or am I?
No, you can.
Okay, my mansion is Pemberley. My apartment is Monica and Rachel's apartment.
Oh, nice.
My shack is the dugout house that Pa did in Little House for On the Banks of Plum Creek in the book. My house is Green Gables. My boat is my own universe, the Celebrity Constellation. Igloo, Superman's Ice Palace, and the Victorian home, Norland Park from Sense and Sensibility. Okay, Tosh the Kiwi.
House. It's got to be Weasley's. Like, I love that place. It's magical. It's whimsical. It's crooked. It's a family home, and it shows.
And you know where everybody is because that clock.
You do. That clock is beautiful. And
if I had that clock, I wouldn't be going through what I am this weekend.
I'm a nosy queen. I like to know. So A was Under the Stairs for my shack. No, that was S. I know letters. I've gone all over. So shack is Under the Stairs, Harry Potter. The cupboard under the stairs. A was Friend's apartment. Um, I'm a little bit cheeky, and it's not really a mansion, kind of. It's Hogwarts Castle, but you know, I'm
go off.
I'm manifesting that wealth into my existence. Okay,
Absolutely.
I could vibe with being the headmaster. I do have a teaching degree. And then I don't remember the order for any of this. I'm just going V is Beatrix Potter's little Victorian places that she buys in. I can't remember the movie. They did a movie about Beatrix Potter, and she ends up buying a bunch of the little, like, some of them are houses, some of them are more elaborate, some of them are more shacky, but she basically buys them all to stop them being developed as countryside into, like, not mansions, into business condos
Developments,
and developments. Yeah. So she basically bought it all up. So I vibe with that. Thank you, Beatrix Potter. I will live with you. Thank you. Igloo was the haunted shack because he goes through it and it's snowing and he comes out and he's got the cloak on and he throws the balls at Draco, and I'm like, it's snowing, it's an igloo, it is. It works.
It works.
And then for boat, because you know I love a little bit of Andrew Rokesby, I am going on that boat and I will be making it rock.
That's awesome. Okay, so number of kids. We can just throw these out. I'm 0 to 3.
I have 1 through 4.
I went wild because I'm like, which husband am I getting? Depends on how many. Is there contraceptives in that time? So I went 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I put my order different. I put my order in like how much I want. So 2 kids, hopefully 3, maybe 1, yes. 4, not really, but it's on there.
I wanted 3, and then I had 1, and then I was like, do I want any more? I love my son, and he's really easy, but like, it's never easy.
49, and I had a tubal, so I'm sterile. So, I mean, pretty much mine should just be 0, 0, 0, 0.
This is not reality. We're just
I know. I do have 1 adopted son,
all right.
So
let's get our number.
Our universities. Universities. Our universities.
University.
So, and here's what's funny about mine. I put Pride and Prejudice, you know, Jane Austen's universe with Bridgerton because it's all Regency. But I kept trying to write the Bridget Jones universe. Like, I would love to live in 90s London. But every time I wrote Bridge, I wrote Bridgerton over and over. And I had to cross it out. And I finally got Bridget Jones. So I have Jane Austen. I have P&P and Bridgerton as one universe, because we kind of hope that Jane makes an appearance at some point in Bridgerverse. And then Bridget Jones, Outlander, and Star Trek.
Oh, nice. I
would love to live on the Next Generation's iteration of the Enterprise, or I could live on Deep Space Nine, the space station. Either or.
Nice. I have the Bridgerverse, Lord of the Rings, because I would essentially be in New Zealand anyways. So the Gilded Age time, I could just stare at those homes for days. And so I would hope I was born into the upper class if that's the case. And then Outlander, because I would love to travel through stones. So
yes. And I would love, the reason I chose Outlander is because if I end up with Jamie, Claire's never going to die. He saves her from everything.
Yes. Well, and also she saves him from a lot of things too.
Yeah. I mean, the funniest one, the most outlandish, is when the ship breaks apart, like in the storm, and you just see him diving down, and like how far down she already is.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, really? Like, if that was me, I would be coming out of that ocean like, girl, seriously, why do you keep doing this to me?
Yes. Claire.
Okay. So I went.
Now we have the whole edits where they have Colin saying Penelope and Penn for all the seasons. I want a Jamie Fraser one of him just saying and yelling Claire for every season.
I was on another podcast as a guest, and I was like, that's what I want, because that's all because I've been.
I can't edit like that, so I need it.
binged 1 through 5, and that's all I can hear when I'm watching it. Is just him being like, sorry, Tosh.
No, you're all good. So for my fandom verses, I have Potterverse, Bridgerverse, Swiftyverse, even though I just want to live within those songs, okay? I want it to envelop my life. Disneyverse and Ghibliverse, because then I just get to live in a little Japanese town and it'll be cute and everything looks cute.
What's interesting is you want to live in the Disneyverse, but you didn't like Once Upon a Time, and that was a Disneyverse.
No. I watched a season of. I watched it up until she found out who her parents were.
That's just season 1.
Well, I finished. I think I finished season 1, and it wasn't that I didn't like it. It was just that I don't often go on to Disney to watch anything. I'm very much Netflix, because you know why?
Oh, don't worry. My sister calls me a Netflix hoe. She says,
you know what it is? I multitask, and so I put on something while I do something else on my phone. Disney makes me re-click in it to say next episode, and Netflix doesn't. So that's why Netflix reigns supreme purely for that reason. Well, and that is probably why I just forgot to finish it.
What's our number?
Our number is 4.
4?
4.
Okay, so bye house.
Bye Green Gables. Damn it.
Oh, Zayden.
3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Bye Disney.
3, 4. Bye.
This actually kind of works out. Oh, shoot.
Oh, I'm not mad at that at all.
Oh, I'm not mad at that.
Oh, apparently I like my husband a lot.
All right.
Right.
Okay, Aynsley, would you like to share your entire mash?
My life? Okay.
Share your life.
So, we have inherited Colin Bridgerton's boat. And when I say we, I mean me and Reese Larson have inherited.
I got Colin, so I'm glad.
Well, thank you for
the boat.
letting us inherit that in the future.
Oh, that's because we got a bigger boat.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, I now live in the modern era because Reese Larson is from now. So we have one child, which is great. And then we live in the Outlander universe. So
you're taking him back through the stones?
Yes, we're going back in the stones. Which is how we inherited Colin Bridgerton's boat.
You stopped there first, and then how do we take this boat through?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm just going to say we'll be neighbors because I'm also living in the Outlander universe.
We swap places.
Yeah. I'm with Colin though, so we brought you guys the boat through the stones. Nice. But we also brought the celebrity constellation.
Oh, nice.
So we're living on the celebrity constellation, and we have 2 children.
You're mute.
You're on mute.
God damn it. I was eating my snacks. Clearly neither of you are feral for your husbands, because those are very respectable numbers.
Yes.
Hey, I'm having 2 kids and I'm sterile. That makes Colin a wizard.
Listen, I love my husband so much that we just need one child to take care of so I can love him even more.
Well, that's basically my vibe.
See, you understand.
So, very funny that you're that Colin's now a wizard, because I am living in the Potterverse under the stairs, which I don't mind because I am married to Andrew Rokesby. Oh. So I don't need a lot of space from him. I'm quite comfortable under the stairs with him. But we do.
He's comfortable too because he's lived on a ship.
But we have to fit 5 children under those stairs. CPS might be called.
Oh, my Lanta.
No, because if you're living in the Potterverse, you've learned the spell. It's a room of requirement now.
Yeah.
So it's expanded.
It
Mhm.
looks like it's under the stairs, but it's whatever you need it to be.
It's a whole world.
Hold on, let me get out the wand. We need another bedroom. I'm preggers again.
I if we need one, I have multiple ones here.
Amazing.
But that
I've
is
got the
awesome.
whole-
And so thank you, Ainsley, for playing
Yes, thank you all
Smash
for
and-
having me.
and adding the extra houses. That was fun.
Yes.
Of course.
I really enjoyed this. And if you, I know we didn't really give you a platform on the podcast, but I will now tell everybody where they can find you if they haven't already.
Yeah, you guys can find me, or y'all can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm rarely on YouTube these days right now, but I'm trying to come back to it. But yeah, those are the 3 main spaces, I think. Yeah. And then like
Well, and send your ats, and I'll
yeah.
list them all in the description.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can mainly find me anywhere under that @ So if you're on Twitter or Threads or Blue Sky or literally all the random socials, because apparently TikTok's going away maybe on the 5th, but we don't know. Find
Again?
me. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But you can find me at Aynsley_Broom.
Amazing. And what I can do is I can just cut this one and put it into the previous one, so we've got all your socials on it.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I'll cut,
Yeah,
cut
add
do
it
my
in.
little cutting magic.
So I'm just gonna tangent squad. Thank you for listening to the not musings this time, but the fantasies of 3
The
mad women.
fantasies. Yours truly, Tash the Kiwi.
Lady Patty and
Aynsley Broom.
yay.
Thank you.